Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we are looking at Hindawi, arsenic contaminants of groundwater, or a review of sources, prevalence, health risks, and strategies for mitigation. So, arsenic contamination of groundwater in different parts of the world is an outcome of natural or anthropogenic sources, leading to adverse effects on human health and the ecosystem. Millions of people from different countries are heavily dependent on groundwater containing elevated levels of as for drinking purposes. As contamination of groundwater poses a serious risk to human health, excessive and prolonged exposure of inorganic, as with drinking water, is causing arsenicosis, a deteriorating and disabling disease characterized by skin lesions and pigmentation of skin, patches on the palm of hands, and soles of feet. Arsenic poisoning accumulates into potentially fatal diseases like skin and internal cancers. And this is taking a look at that and seeing what's going on. So contamination of groundwater, either from anthropogenic or natural sources, and this would be industrial activities, mining, something like that, industrial burning of some type of material. Several social impacts have turned into major environmental concerns in different parts of the world. A million people in several countries are exposed to high levels of arsenic via the intake of rich groundwater. Elevated levels of AS in groundwater have been well documented in Chile, Mexico, China, Argentina, the U.S., and Hungary. The Indian state of West Bengal, Bangladesh, and Vietnam. About 150 million people around the world are estimated to be affected globally, with an increasing prospect as new affected areas are continuously discovered. And arsenic, a well-known carcinogen, is considered one of the world's most hazardous chemicals. Excessive and long-term, the human take of the toxic inorganic, as from drinking water and food, may result in arsenicosis, a common name generally used for as related health problems, including skin disorders, skin cancers, internal cancers, bladder, kidney, and lung diseases of blood vessels, legs and feet, possibly even diabetes, increased blood pressure, and reproductive disorders. Now, arsenicosis causes dire consequences for the livelihood, family life, and earning capabilities when individuals fall victim. Deterioration in physical appearance makes women socially excluded. At larger perspectives, elevated as contamination of the region may result in societal stress, disability in individuals, poverty, and decreased market value of potentially contaminated agricultural products, leading to low income to the affected farmers, absence of taste, odor, color, and exposure, as impossible for the layman to detect and avoid. Applying the WHO provisional guideline for drinking water of 10 to 50 parts per billion as a population, more than 100 million people worldwide are at risk. And of these, more than 45 million people, mainly in developing countries from Asia, are at risk of being exposure to more than 50 parts per billion. Now, some natural and anthropogenic sources have been deemed for its contamination in groundwater, and arsenic in groundwater exists as oxyaions, represents two oxidation states, arsenic and arsenate. We can also see the global overview of groundwater arsenic contamination in these different tables here. And we can see the different health risks as well. So basically, this is a worldwide problem. This isn't something that is regulated to one state or one city. As we can see here, this is regulated to a lot of different places in the world. And it's important, because of that, to check your groundwater and to check your water sources for any amount of arsenic.